Hi, I'm Heather with Heather Lange Homes. January stats are here. Let's dive right in. We're going to take a look at single family homes in Santa Clara County. Active homes increased 44% starting the year with a flood of new inventory, ending January with 1,469 single family homes that came to market in the month of January. Although sold homes were down by 39% from December, pending sales were up by 43%, suggesting that buyer interest is still there, just moving more cautiously than we saw in December. This imbalance pushed months of inventory from about 1.5 months to just over 3 months in a short period of time, a meaningful shift in buyer leverage. With more choices and fewer urgency-driven decisions, buyers took more time before getting into contract. This directly contributes to the 25% increase in the average days on market. Homes taking an average of 40 days before getting into contract. Longer days on market do not signal distress, they signal negotiation and choice. The average sale price decreased by 5% from December, now resting slightly over $1.8 million. The drop in average sale price does not reflect broad price cuts across the market. It doesn't reflect broad price cuts across the market. Instead, fewer high-priced and luxury homes closed in January, while more mid-range and smaller homes made up a larger share of the sales. When fewer expensive homes sell, the average price naturally comes down, even if value within each segment remain relatively stable. The average price per square foot remained at $1,025 per square foot because buyers are still paying for quality and location. Despite longer timelines and more inventory, the sale to list price ratio held firm at 102%. That tells us that well-priced homes, well-presented homes are still attracting competitive offers. Buyers are being selective, not cheap. They're willing to pay market value per square foot for the homes that meet their needs, even as they avoid overextending on the total purchase price. Mortgage rates stabilized, but they did not meaningfully improve affordability. The 30-year conforming fixed mortgage rate, as noted by Bankrate, eased slightly from 6.25 to 6.18%, but that marginal change isn't enough to materially expand buyer power. As a result, buyers are adjusting by right-sizing, not stretching. This reinforces demand for smaller, more practical homes, supporting price per square foot while capping overall prices. Looking back at January stats, the data may seem contradictory at first. Homes took longer to sell. The average sales price slipped by 5%. Yet the average price per square foot did hold steady. What January showed us is the market is in transition because buyers became more deliberate as inventory expanded, and it gave them more breathing room. And pricing power began to shift away from optimism more towards realism. As we move forward, sellers who remain anchored to last year's peak conditions are likely to continue seeing slower activity, while those who align price and presentation with current buyer expectations are still poised to sell successfully. If you'd like to learn more about the market in your area, whether you're a seller or a buyer, reach out to me at heather@heatherlangehomes.com, 408-207-3130. I have effective home seller and home buyer strategic plans to share as we discuss strategy and best steps for your situation. You can count on my diligent and trustworthy advice as we work through the best situation for you and the best timing to reach your real estate goals. In the meantime, enjoy February. I look forward to seeing you this time next month with another set of stats.